Current resolution. More info. Okay. It's not doing anything. Oh, it's doing something. Optimals.
Ah, yeah.
What? What have you found?
Huh?
Okay, can you copy whatever the link is to that and message me it?
I'm on the YouTube app.
Is there a way you can find out what the link is to that? Resolution for streaming. I don't know, for streaming. Oh, wow, okay. High, 640 by 360. 854 by 480.
Really? It gets me why.
960 by 540. Just wait a sec. 960 by 540. 960 by 540. 960 streaming. Right. No data. Aiden message me.
It gets me how you go and do this series and you pretty much just take everyone else's races. I'm not saying.
What do you mean by take everyone else's races?
Like, you just use everyone else's races as your series. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because Zwift are not taking any new races at the moment, so we can't. What can we do?
Yeah, I know.
So that's what we're just piggybacking. Oh, why is 908 512 not optimal? The current resolution is not optimal. What's freaking optimal? How clear is it, Aiden?
Clear.
Clear? Why is 908 512 not optimal? Oh, this is driving me nuts. Okay. Oh, that's stupid. You're an idiot. Stop. Okay. Is it still showing? Can you have look? Can you tell me what it's showing right now? Can you leave that as a page just to go back on, okay? Because I'm just fiddling around with a few different things. What's it showing now? Awesome.
Black.
Okay, what about now?
Maybe a bit in the 10 seconds later.
Oh, you reckon? Okay.
Wild chat.
Oh, it's come up? No? Nothing's there? Please check.
There you go.
Oh. So what time is it saying?
38:16.
Okay, so there's a 6-second buffer. Okay.
Tessie. Hey, Papa.
They can hear everything we're saying. Oops, better turn the. How do I turn the microphone off?
Tessie boo. Oh, you're just sissy. Oh,
Say,
you're so cute.
hey, Alan!
Oh, you're
Can you hear Aiden talking like a bloody
Oh, no,
goose? I better hurry up and learn how to mute
no.
this.
Oh, no, Bob Squid. Oh, yes. Oh, no, Bob Squid. Just show it. Oh, yes. Oh, kids. Oh, very gorgeous. Good.
Test. Okay. It's not working real well. Let's see. Rightio.
That's going to do.
I am hoping that someone can tell me whether or not this is actually working, because what I can see might be very different to everyone else. So I'm getting a message from Alan saying sound, but still a sound in the background. I'm hoping that you should be able to see Zwift and all the guys on the warm-up in the pen waiting. Okay, so I tell you, g'day everyone, we're playing around with this and I don't know if anyone's actually watching, but I can see that the time to start is 1:55. My understanding from my co-commentator, who you will not hear here at all, is telling me, that apparently A grade will go off and then B grade will go 1 minute.
Yep.
And I have got Alan Chapman and Haddo sitting here sending me text messages saying that they can hear me. So this is the first time we've ever done this. None of us do this stuff for work. We have Googled how to do this. I've downloaded software.
This is delayed by about 2.5 minutes.
Alright, I'm being told that it's being delayed by 2.5 minutes. So maybe if I tell you that it starts in 1:14, that you're actually getting a bit of a delay in that time. Anyways, I think what we're going to have to do a few things, because I can't see any comments or questions that are being asked from YouTube. What?
You're following D grade.
I'm following D grade.
Even though I had to do an A grade.
Okay, well, so how do I...
Get out of it now.
So I can't get out of it. So I'm actually following, so that you're telling me the A grade is already gone.
Yeah.
Bugger. Okay, so I'm sorry to the 7 people that might be watching this. If Hayden Shepherd's one of them, don't say anything nasty on the YouTube chat, please. Please, don't say anything. So yeah, so apparently, I had entered in D grade because I'm just a lowly E grader, and we tried to get me into A grade so I could see what's happening. So I'm going to have to try and see how we go in getting this set up. Alright, we have got a couple of HVR guys who are on here, so this is going to be a doggy. But once we got this worked out and we work out if we have a couple of other screens, we'll see what's happening. So here we go. So this is D grade starting off. And I am going to, hopefully you'll be able to see who I'm watching. So I'm going to try and see if I can find some HVR guys here. But I can't. Let's see. Can we see any HVR guys? Like I said, first time we're doing this. So I'm still in D grade. Can we see any HVR guys?
I think because it's a separate race. It's classed as a separate race. You might not.
But you said there were HVR guys watching.
I just saw one HVR guy in the bracket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where?
C, D...
Oh, CDHCC. I saw someone there. CDHCC. We'll get this better. I know we will. There's me, still sitting on the start line 6 seconds back. So we're going to have to...
Move up.
Oh, there you are. Dave Rolston, okay. I'm sure it's Dave Rolston. We're watching Dave. Let's see if we can get this right now. Okay. So Dave's sitting on a nice lazy 88 watts. Just take it nice and easy. So this is D grade. So D grade's 1 to 2.9 watts a kilogram. So he's sitting there pumping out what about 1.6, 2 watts a kilogram. He's pumping up a little bit there. So coming along nicely, it's minus 2%. So sitting at 51k an hour. So out of this bunch, which is 61 riders in the D grade bunch, Dave is sitting 37th. Let's go and have a scroll through and see who's up the front and see if there's any way that we can find any other HVR riders or if we can actually get to A grade. I don't think by looking at this that we are going to have any chance of getting to A grade. Because that's as high as I can get is to this person here in the front. Oh yes, so this person in the front's laying down 6 watts a kilogram. Mr. Gimenez, we'll call him, and is going off the front. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, this is a freaking disaster. I know you're all listening, but whoever this is, Mr. Fisteto, is obviously an Italian. Putting down 400 watts, 168. I'm not sure why this person's actually in D grade. I reckon he's either sandbagging or he's going to get bumped up to C grade coming up to the next race. So I can't tell if Alan or Haddo are going to tell me anything because they haven't texted me for a while. I don't know if they're even racing. So Fisetto's doing all right. 400 watts. He's putting a massive attack in, sitting there. 5, I've just pressed something. It says there's 8 people watching this stream, which is interesting. And I'm not saying anything about Italians at all.
You know what you can't do is have a race where all the grades go off separately. You've got to have a max start, otherwise you can't call all the grades.
Okay. So my learned colleague here has said that we cannot have a race and stream it and try and commentate on all of the grades if we have got a graduated start. So that is the great Zwifter, Aidan Sinclair, who is having a listen here. So Aidan, so you got some rankings came out today. How are you going? In all of the world, where are you ranked in Zwiftland?
98, I think.
You ranked 98th.
I think, don't quote me, but...
Don't quote you. So really what, you're probably 980th?
Probably.
Yeah. So you've been going all right, haven't you, on the Zwift?
Couple of days. Good results.
Couple of days. So how are you going for that Tron bike?
4,000 metres, yeah.
4,000 metres to go and he gets a Tron bike. How long's it taking you to get the Tron bike? Few years? Few months. Alrighty. Okay, so it looks like the bunch from where we're at is sitting okay. Where's Mr. Fisetto? I think they've all come back together again. This is the D grade bunch that we're looking at. And there is this select bunch.
Definitely not the D graders.
With what?
Definitely not D graders.
These guys are not D graders, Aidan reckons. So there's this select bunch here now of about 9 riders, who are all laying down, 4.7 watts, 5 watts a kilogram. These guys are definitely either sandbagging or will be bumped straight up into C grade next week because, like I said before, the average power we're expecting from D graders is 1 to 2.9 watts. So I would suspect that this actually here, this bunch here that we're seeing now with Kodai from Japan is actually a more realistic representation of our D grade. So Kodai is putting out 208 watts, sitting around 2.7 watts a kilogram, and you can see a few. So now, wait a second, is that a Tron bike? Because he's got the fancy lit up wheels. Yeah, okay. Rightio, so let's go and see if we can see our HVR rider down there.
Reese Ashpole.
So
he's done 6.4k in 8 minutes and 2 seconds. Remember that. Oh, he's on the climb.
So we're having a look on Zwift Companion.
6.4k in.
And we know that Reese Ashpole is just hit the climb. We're going to see. We're just going through. Who have we got?
Barnett.
Oh, Chris Barnett sitting 6.4k. Can you just leave that on for a little bit longer so I can read it? I'm not as fast as you. I'm a bit older. There's a HVR rider, Kyle Mollison. Kyle is sitting at 6.5k. It's 8:30 in. He's putting down a lazy 437 watts on that climb, sitting at 15k an hour. Who else have we got sitting in A grade? Who's in there? And anyone else?
Dan Sullivan should be.
Kyle, where's Dan Sullivan? Dan Sullivan around? Can't see Dan Sullivan. Dan Sullivan's having a break tonight. So, anyone else? Give us Reese Ashpole again. What's he doing?
6.6.
So he's 6.6k
Right, and he's blowing
in.
317 watts.
370 watts. Aidan Sinclair reckons that he is blowing. He's about to go. I don't know what his coach thinks about that. So we were following G. Sanderson there for a minute. Let's go and see if we can find out where our HVR rider is.
Oh no, Dan's in there.
Dan Sullivan's in there. How's Dan going? Oh, there is Mr. Ralston. Oh. Okay. So Dan's sitting there, 6.8k in, 9 minutes, 30 seconds was the count.
He must...
407 watts, he just dropped down to 316.
So he's ahead of Reese.
So he's ahead of Reese by how far?
Just 100.
By 100 metres. Come on, Reese, you need to lift your game a bit, mate. You've had the day off today. I heard Reese Ashpole had the day off.
Dan's doing 130 watts now. 450.
No, okay, Dan's sitting at 450 watts, and Reese is one of your kids riding that bike, mate. Can you put some power on, please? 328. So let's see what's happening with Dave. I think Dave is in a bit of trouble. He's struggling a bit there. Oh, here's a CDHDCC. Who's this rider here that's going past? Sorry, Dave, we just dropped you. I'm getting...
just hit the climb.
Haddo's just hit the climb. I thought Haddo was supposed to be helping us out. But Haddo's sitting down, nice lazy 348 watts by him, sitting at 11k an hour as he hits the base of the climb. But we're sitting here watching CHDCC HVR now. I reckon that's probably a Hunter District rider. Sitting at 3 watts a kilo. He's left Dave Ralston behind. I don't think Dave is going to be able to get back on to this little train that's going here. These guys are sitting 47th out of the D graders. And yeah, I'm sorry, Alan, I've tried to scroll them. Oh, Alan's saying try scrolling the mini map to find the grades ahead. I didn't know you could scroll the mini map. Let's see what we can do.
No, it's not going to work.
No. Aidan said pull your head in, Alan. It's not going to work. So we're looking at these...
Tell him if it's a mass start, you can do it, but it's not a mass start.
Yeah. Alan, Aidan said if it's a mass start, you can do it, but you can't do it with these graduated starts as we had. So it's not going to work. So let's keep an eye on CHDC HVR. If you are crazy enough to be listening to this later, tell me.
He's got long.
It's telling me that that the encoding is overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoder. Right, that's what happens if we're using a crap computer. So, tell me, Alan, is the stream still jittery or is that driving you nuts? And is anyone on YouTube sledging me like Hayden Shepherd? So, what's going on between Reese and Dan? Can we see anything there? Reese is sitting at 330 watts. At least he's staying fairly consistent. He's at 7.3k in.
It's not Hayden Shepherd.
Oh, it's not Hayden Shepherd. It's Hayden Kirk. He's saying, hi, Mum. I thought it was Hayden Shepherd. Nick Goddard is saying loud and clear, but he might be being sarcastic. So, what are you looking at?
The stream.
Oh, you're looking at the stream. Right. You are live, so if you're being disrespectful to me, I'll have to ground you or something. I want to see what's happening with Dan. Can we hear what's going on with Dan? Right. So the question is Laura there? And is Laura going up against Hayden Kirk? Because I think those two are about 2-2 so far in the HVR Super Series. So we're still watching these guys here. I think there's just two, Mr. Soft and Mr. HDC HVR are just swapping. But that actually might not be a Mr. That might be a Ms. by the looks of that avatar there. So coming along, sitting nice.
Hit the climb
just
now.
the two, about to hit the base of the climb, hitting 1%, 2%. Let's go up and have a look a little bit further.
Here you go, Dan versus...
Okay, we're looking at Dan
They're
sitting...
both over the top.
They're both over the top.
Over the steep part.
And Reese Ashpole sitting at 410 watts. I think that... what do you reckon?
I think Dan's got him here.
Do you think Dan and Reese are sitting together?
7.7.
7.7. Dan sitting at 291 watts. Reese has got 342 watts sitting at 24.
They're both together.
They're both together. We think that both Reese We'll work on this one. We'll get better at this. We can see that Miss, we're going to call her a Miss, HDCC HVR is sitting there nice, 3.3 watts.
433. Here we go. Dan's kicking.
Alright, so we've got the big kick going on in A grade. We can see Dan's kicked up to 440 watts, and we've just got two devices open here, looking at Zwift Companion, comparing Reese to Dan Sullivan. So Dan's dropped down to 306 watts. It finishes at 8k, so we've been told. Dan's sitting at 203 watts. Reese has got him up. By God, it looks to me as though Reese Ashpole might have pipped Dan. It's still saying 8k.
Yeah, he's got him.
8k. Reese is saying 400, 8.1, 400 watts, and Dan
got him.
Looks to us by looking at this that
Reese's got
that Reese might have got him. Okay, let's see how this Ms. CHDCC HVR is going. 3.4 watts a kilo is pretty handy.
Oh, Reese is 0
pretty
watts.
handy. Reese is at 0 watts, so he's either collapsed or... Was it Reese, or do you think one of his kids were racing? So we're looking at Ms. C HDCC HVR. She's putting out nice power. 3.6 watts a kilogram is pretty handy. We wonder actually if this might be one of our juniors riding, so it could very well be. I think if you're watching, Miss C, that perhaps you just sit there and try and find someone like this Sanchez from Spain and just slowly catch each rider and then go after soft and just slowly build and catch. You're sitting on a 13% climb now, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to move up and see what's going up further up the field. Yeah. So we're up here now. We're looking at these guys. This is the steep section, and look here. Here's that Fistetto sitting at 5.2 watts a kilogram, 5.2 watts per kilogram. That is not a D grade rider. Being able to put out 400 watts, 13% climb, sitting at 13k. What do you reckon, Aiden? Could you sit at 400 watts going up here on that 13% climb?
Easy.
You reckon easy? 15%. So can someone tell me, Alan, is this really boring the crap out of you, this stream?
Oh yeah, one cat knows.
Yeah. So we're just having a father-son chat here. So looking at Fistato, 5.2 watts a kilogram. So this whole bunch here that I can see here, even these guys down here, that guy's just absolutely left everyone. Even this Pistolossi, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. That these guys here are probably in the absolute wrong bunch. So really, I would be thinking that probably down here at Sanderson is probably where we're thinking the real D graders are sitting. So that's what's sitting 14th. So we might be saying they're thinking first. There's Kodai, which means that I wonder if the young see Kodai's moved up. Let's keep going back down here and having a look and see here we go. 11 seconds, is that from Kodai? No, that's a little bit further. So the young Hunter District rider here has moved past Sanchez. Their next target is Lind. Looks like struggling just a little bit, 2.5 watts a kilogram. Doesn't have a heart rate monitor on, so maybe it is one of our juniors. But you can see that cadence there, 37 revolutions per minute. Must be struggling. And I'm getting a little note here saying Aiden needs to be more humble in saying that he could put out more than 400 watts on the climb. But yeah, so I guess the big lesson that we've learnt in streaming here is that we really need to make sure we don't have a staggered start, and that way we can go through...
We do have a staggered start. Wait.
No, we don't want to have a staggered start because this does have a staggered start. So yeah, and not have a 16-year-old sitting next to me constantly interrupting me and checking Instagram.
Facebook.
Facebook apparently. So the little HDCC HVR sitting at 9%. That cadence is still sitting there. I betcha she is out of her saddle. Sanchez comes back. This must be hurting. Let's go and see where Mr. Alston is. sitting back down here. Okay, he's going all right. Just sitting there tapping it out at 2.5 watts a kilo. Very nice. Got some nice zips there running the Zwift bike. 174 watts. Heart rate's 163. It'd be interesting to know what his max heart rate is. 71. So yeah, not grinding so much, but definitely not spinning. So let's go and see. Okay, so there you are. There is our young, who we're thinking is a young HD rider, is sitting there 20 seconds. So I wonder if Dave Rolston's going to be able to catch her. And I'm really thinking that I was not born for commentary, because I'm sitting here talking about nothing. Should we talk about what should we talk about? What would Phil Liggett talk about right now? Cupcakes. That they went and tried some nice cupcakes and some nice tea at some chateau or something the day before. So okay, so 33. Oh, geez, 165 watts, 35 revs a minute. They'd be out of the saddle. I hope the fan's up on high. See, this is a part where we'd get an ad right now. We'd go to a Subaru Forester ad or a Skoda.
You've just given them.
I've given them a plug. What about Skoda?
You've given them a plug.
Okay, right here. Do you think I should do some advertising?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, here we go. Look at this. The young HD rider. Oh, the revs are 25, 30. Oh, the cadence is 30. Oh, geez, that looks painful. Okay, come on. I reckon that you're going to be able to catch this ID person. All these guys are really struggling. And look at that. The power's going up 2.8 watts a kilogram. Really working hard. 16%. Oh, could you imagine? The legs must be stinging. The legs must be stinging. So the question is, can our...
Boniface dropped me this morning.
What was that?
This is where Boniface dropped me this morning.
Okay. Aiden got dropped in a climb here.
By the world number one.
By the world number one Zwift rider about here today. And let's see, where are we going? I reckon. There, keep going. Keep going, kiddo. So Alan Chapman, if you are listening, do you think that we should be able to get a Zoom one and then we could switch between different people? Do you think that might work? And we'll have to try and find some way we can get this screen so we can have a second person
19
chatting
minutes a
in.
minute.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. There's
How
16%. I tell you, that kicker is just sitting there trying to hold this person back. Or tax, depending. See, that's bad. We should be ABC and not use any... I should use no... Yeah, no, yeah, that stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So come on, this little one here, I'm assuming 13%. It's only going to get easier now that cadence is starting to pop up. I reckon, love to see your heart rate here. Look at power starting to pop up. That cadence is starting to come up a little bit as we drop to 12%. So, actually, no, I'm not true. It's dropping down to 25. Oh, this is painful. This is painful, but still 2.6 watts a kilo, which is pretty handy. I did a workout today and I couldn't even hold 2.8 watts a kilogram, so I think that this youngster is doing all right. Okay. Oh, so the word is that Kyle pipped Reese on the line in A grade. Reese is in live chat at the moment, so g'day Reese. How you feeling, mate? You should have done better. You had the day off. I'm really surprised. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and I've just had a message from Laura, and Laura got her bunny, who is Hayden Kirk. I'm sorry, Hayden. You two have battled each other very well. I don't know what the score is at the moment. I think it might be 3-2 to Laura with one to go. So that's interesting. So we're still watching this young, we are assuming, young HD rider, still sitting in that 14%. How much longer, Aiden? Are they going to be at this 14, 16%? How long till it starts to flatten out?
500-600 metres.
Another 500-600 metres. Okay. So sitting at 6K an hour, 14%. This is hard work. Not much further to go. So let's go back and see what's happening with Mr. Rolston, see if we can find where he's at. There he is. So
He's still on the steep section.
So Dave is still on the steep section,
Drop
putting
him a
out
ride-on.
2.4. How do I do a ride-on? Press that. Is that a ride-on for him?
Yeah.
Did I give him a ride-on?
Yeah.
I did. Oh, well, there you go. Rightio, I reckon let's go up and find this. If I can do that, let's go and find this person here. And does that give him a ride-on? Does that go?
Give 3 ride-ons.
Wow, I've just unlocked an achievement. I've given 3 ride-ons. There you go. You can see how much I've been using Zwift. So hopefully that's given look at this cadence popping up to 50 here now. Dropping to starting to flat out a bit at 7%. So I'm being told this is definitely one of our juniors, but I'm assuming that they don't want their name to be a broadcast because they haven't actually put it up there. So, but I definitely think that this person, it is one of our young ladies, young women racing, and I think the tenacity of just still sitting there. I mean, she's sitting at 36th out of 61 riders, and I know she's a lightweight. So she's definitely be going up this climb a little bit better. So hopefully she can sit in with this Italian and English person who is here, and really try hard to stay on. So so dropping down to 5%. Hasn't been able to stay with these 2 guys.
Kick up one more time. Starting to do it now.
What was that? There's one more little kick, is there? All right. So apparently there is
12,
one more little
13.
kick. Yeah, about up to 12 or 13%, so sitting at 47. Okay, so I'm getting some messages here from the HVR team. Laura Renshaw is very happy that that Haddo is giving lots of faith in her ability to beat Mr. Kirk, and it'll be interesting to see if Kirky is going to have his final say. Laura, if you're watching this, tell me what's the current score between you and Kirky? Is it 3-2 to you? Because I'm pretty sure that I think that you've got him 3 times and he's got you twice. So I've just got a message from Reese David, and Reese is showing me his heart rate data, and so Reese came second. My understanding is in the in our A grade bunch. He has set an all-time 10-minute heart rate power at 188 beats a minute. His 2020 third highest heart rate for his minute is 192 beats per minute. So that's pretty big. The intensity factor of that race was 1.04. So when you're thinking, for you guys who don't know what intensity factor is, so if you consider your ability to race at your maximum power for an hour, that would say if you did a race, your normalized power, that would say that your intensity factor is 1. So if you go harder than what your normalized power is, you would be sitting over 1, which is exactly what Reese Ashpole just did in that race. So we've seen that Caitlin has come over, our junior has come over the line. And did you see whereabouts she was sitting in there? I just missed that last one.
30 something.
Come somewhere in the 30s or somewhere, which sounds pretty good. What have I done wrong? You were smacking me? Have I done something wrong? Okay, so I'm getting told to pull up the live chat. So I'm assuming that's the live chat on YouTube. So can you pull that up on the screen there so I can have a chat and see what's going on? I'm probably getting sledged for being the worst commentator. We definitely need to have extra screens.
Bernard Bay 2016.
Someone said this is correct. Can I have a look at what people are saying here? So I'll have a look. Okay. Rightio. Hayden Shepherd wants the specs for the Tron bike. Hayden, do you know?
Hayden Shepherd.
Hayden Shepherd.
Hayden Shepherd.
Hayden Shepherd
Oh,
says, can I get the specs for the Tron bike? What did you think? I was just making up the name.
Yeah.
So what are the specs for the Tron bike, Hayden?
It's fluoro.
It's fluoro.
Light.
It's
bright.
It's bright, but the
Cool
specs,
wheels.
like, what's great? It's got cool wheels. What's good about it? Does it go faster? What are the
It's
specs?
fastest one.
It's the fastest bike on Zwift. Okay, let's see what I see. Nick Goddard, loud and clear. Rightio. Alan Chapman tells Hayden Shepherd to Google Zwift bike and look at Zwift Insider. Okay. So, if you like this, I know this is a bit ordinary, probably because
Tell
it's our very
Hayden
first
I'd rather
time.
be it than Newey.
Right. If Hayden Shepherd's still watching it, Aidan Sinclair said that he'd rather be at the Newey. So I have no idea what that means. Anyway, so if you're happy with this, go on to the Hunter Virtual Racing's Facebook page, and where the stream is, just say, give us some feedback. But definitely, like I said, I'm sitting on the floor in our bike room, having a look at my computer screen. Definitely, probably need to make sure I've got a couple of extra screens so we can look at a few different stats, so we can see what people are saying on Facebook and comments and all that sort of stuff, so we can talk. And we definitely need to make sure we have a race where we can move from A grade down to D grade.
Matt Keenan's job is safe.
Yeah, and apparently Alan Chapman, thank you, said that that Matt Keenan's job's safe. Mate, I do not claim to be a commentator. I'm sitting here trying to work out just to make this stream work. Most people have got producers. And what did you do? You sat there, did nothing, drinking beer. Whinging friggin' pom. Okay, well, hey, you could like our Facebook page. You could like our YouTube site. What's it called? The YouTube, what have we got? It's called YouTube page? Come on, youngster.
Yeah.
Tell me, is it a YouTube page?
Same.
YouTube channel. There you are. See? I'm 47 and I know it's a YouTube channel. You weren't telling me anything. Gosh, you're sacked. Rightio. Well done to our junior that sat there and finished ahead of some of the other riders. It's fantastic. I think there's a very good chance that HDCC HVR actually probably came first in our D graders. So anyway, guys, I'm going to shut off now and stop the stream, and good luck, and we'll see you on Sunday morning. We're not going to stream on Sunday morning. The reason really why we're going to do this is we want to actually get this working for when we have an interclub race. So we're really just having a bit of a play around here and seeing what we can do. So we know what needs to be done to be able to make that work for next time. Alrighty, guys, thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend. And remember, social distancing and washing